Back in It'll Make It Clear, it's your host Rob Lowe bringing y'all another episode of Facts and Stats. But it's the baseball edition this time, y'all. Y'all ain't expect this one. We about to fuck them up real quick. About to fuck them up. Ladies first, Dom, what's up with you?
Chilling, chilling, chilling.
Super chilling. What's up, Dom? How you?
I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain. It's a good day.
My man. My man. We gonna get into this.
How are you,
First
Rob?
of all,
Yeah,
oh
good
damn.
question.
Nobody ever asked me that. Shit, I don't even know how to answer that, Dom. No, I'm good though. I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you. I'm excited to get into this bait. Not too excited though, cause I'm just like a Red Sox fan, and I've been out the loop for a minute, y'all. But I come back and see the Red Sox is last place in the AL East. What is y'all doing? I mean, you only one game behind them bum ass Yankees. They trying to take that spot. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like what I'm saying, bro. I mean, I'm looking back at the record from last year. Y'all was last year too, so I shouldn't be that surprised for real, for real. As soon as y'all traded away Mookie Betts, I knew shit was going downhill. He's still one of the best, one of the MVP chip, all that. Went to the Dodgers, won another chip, man. So I'm gonna just start it off the freestyle like that, telling y'all I'm disappointed in the Red Sox, man.
No,
Disappointed.
it's funny you say that. Like the Red Sox is, and when they got rid of Mook, everybody was like, "Why? Like why? Like y'all premier team?" But the AL East tough division though. That's a real tough division. Always, always. You got to talk about the Mets though.
I mean,
How the Mets so bad? Like you spend all that money and you terrible.
wait, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's finish the AL East conversation. Um, Not too much on my Yankees. That was very rude. Um, Listen, all I know is Aaron Judge better call his manager, call his agent, not his manager, and ask for a contract evaluation because listen, that man go out, my team looks devastating.
Mm.
But yes, the AL East at one point in the season, it was like every team was above 500. If you would put the team that was in last place, so your Red Sox, in I think it was like three of the other five divisions, they would be leading it.
Yeah,
That's how good this our division is. So like
That's tough.
it's hard to just function in it. And like, yeah, we lost. The Yankees lost the last game, and that took us out of the wild card. And I'm very upset about that. But we fired our coach, so let's see what happens. Not our
Oh
head coach.
shit. Y'all played him like
Fired.
that mid-season?
We fired our hitting coach. Listen, I just told you, Aaron Judge needs to call his agent and say they not hitting without me. So they firing the hitting coach mid-season without me. I could get another 100 mil out them.
Mm. That's a fact. The Yankees always got another 100 mil if they ain't
hey,
got nothing else.
that's why y'all struggling though, because y'all keep just trying to. You can't just throw money at a problem.
Mm. Talk about
We
it
gonna
then,
try.
Don.
We gonna try.
You gonna try?
We gotta get Nesta back so that it could fill out our rotation. We got Rodon back. He didn't have a bad first game, so we'll figure it out from there. I don't want it to be Yankee heavy because it's me. Let's talk about them bum ass Mets.
First of all, I'm not a Mets. For the record, I am not a Mets fan. I am not a Mets fan.
Who's your team? Because I did not get that. You came kind of late.
Everybody got to put their team on the table.
I don't have a team. I just like good ball. But I'll say this, I'll give you
Oh.
this. If I had to pick a team, it would be the Padres. But that's not much. It's a situation. You can't just throw money at a problem.
I mean, the Padres are trying to do that.
And you see where they at.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Because the
All right, so
Padres,
okay,
they
so let me throw this out there since we was on the AL East conversation. Don, we talked about this before. The Tampa Bay Rays seem like the only team that end up, you know what I'm saying, with good records and great seasons without really spending the money all off of prospects coming off their farm.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't, even though they the number one seed, I think they got the best record in Major League Baseball. Nah,
Not quite.
close.
they got the best in the American League. The
American League.
Braves who
So
just the Braves, who just whooped their ass over the
Yeah,
weekend,
the
has the
Braves is
best
different.
record.
Braves is different.
Respect,
They
but with
stood.
that, I just want to say the Rays, even the fact that you building off of a farm system, I still can't pick them. Like I'm not trying to skip ahead to the next stage, but I can't put my faith in them because I don't trust the pieces.
You could even look at what happened these past few games. They were on like a 7 or 8 game losing streak. They were the first team to 50, and the Braves just came and lapped them and was the first team to 60. Like you said, they build cheap and they get a lot from like the players. What they do a lot, they get a lot of international players, throw money at them because they see that they about to be good. They pay them early. So by the time that they actually come to the league and they show that they're good, they're underpaid. They're underpaid. So they did that to Randy Rosarina, who's on my TV right now. They did the same thing to Franco, because Franco barely was on that his rookie contract, and they were like, let's just give you this money before we even see you come up. They did that to Carl Crawford, which is why he left. It got a bag from I think the Dodgers. It didn't play ever again. It's just their MO. That's just what they do. They try
That's
to
a
get you
fact.
early. They see like a little bit of potential. They like, here's the bag, really quickly. Ooh. And like people who are coming from nothing is like, okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity. It's the only team that could give me the money now. Then they start hitting and it's like, oh, I should be getting paid a lot more.
I mean, they never want to pay anybody. One of the first dude they really paid, like the Carl Crawford, they dealt him right before they traded him. He only, and this is gonna sound wild. It sounds crazy to say he only got 150 million. It
In the
sounds
Nah,
times
weird.
in
that was
baseball,
a
that's
lie.
only
That was a
150
lie.
million.
What you say?
I said, nah, you could say that. In baseball, that's only 150 million.
But also you got to think about like that's the contract from that year. Like that at those times that was crazy for them.
Oh, that was crazy. That's true, but that's why I was like, but I think they did. I think they're here to stay. People disrespecting them because they weren't spending money. I think this is the first time you actually seen them go out and spend some money. Like it's still at a bargain, but they still spend it. They ain't never spent $100, but they spend 100, but they gonna go to the outlet and make it worth something versus just going down to the Saks Fifth or going wherever. But like I think they for real. Like I really think they got it this year because they got Wander locked up for 10. He's a cornerstone. He's gonna be. You're right. They did get a steal on that. They did get a steal, but he locked up, and that's the
No,
first time they've committed that kind of money.
I don't. I think what they do is like they have really good, and like we've seen this the past few years. Kind of like what Rob says. I don't trust them in the playoff. They always have these really great. How did they do that type of seasons?
Yeah,
Even some points, those seasons get them to the
Yo,
World Series, but I've yet to see their players actually step up when it's like time to do so. And
that's
like I
just
said,
experience count for something.
I mean,
yeah.
don't tell Yankee fans that.
It don't mean nothing up there because they don't know how.
Y'all over there trying to
They
be
don't know how to speak
Splash
nothing.
Brothers and shit.
We've been in the playoffs for
Stanton and Judge.
we've been in the playoffs year after year after year, and it don't mean shit. If you ain't in the World Series, where you at?
That's a fact. You
Oh,
ain't nowhere
I
to be found. I can't
we get.
see.
I really want to talk shit about the Mets. Come on.
I don't know
Don't
why.
nobody care about them bum ass Mets, man.
No, I care to shit on them because them motherfuckers signed that old ass nigga with the bum ass elbow. What's his name? Verlander. They signed Verlander and they were like,
Oh, I
oh,
fuck with
the team in
Verlander
New
though.
York.
And he a hoe. You ain't about to shit on no Hall of Fame legend right now. I
He
know
is,
about
but
Justin
what is he
Verlander.
doing now? What have you done for me lately?
See,
Well,
but
last time I
and
was
what
watching
have the
baseball,
Yankees?
he
What
was
have any of the
good.
Yankees players done lately?
Relax. Relax.
And we just being equal opportunity over here.
Nah, we just pitched the perfect game. Be quiet.
Oh, okay.
See,
Um,
that's the
Okay.
problem with the Yankees fans. They always be looking at what somebody
Okay.
did versus what somebody's doing.
we also got the starter in the All-Star game.
Garrett Cole.
9-2, sub 2.75 ERA. So anyway,
Okay.
as I was saying, and
Okay.
I was
Hold
talking
on.
shit,
Hold on.
y'all
Don't
got
go too
that
fast
bum
though.
ass old man.
Ho. Don't go too fast. You said 2.75 ERA. We teaching people here. We going slow. So earn run average. That's how many runs the pitcher give up per game. Break that down. How good is 2.7 versus 3 versus 2 points? All that shit.
So the lower the number, the better you are. The less amount of runs you allow, that allows your team to score more runs and you win those games. 9-2 record, like I said, he won 9 games. He only lost 2 and all of that. He
And the
pitched. I'm talking
starters
about
take
Garrett
what four
Cole.
4 days off in between starts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
every 5 days. They have a throw day in the middle, which he's actually pitching on his throw day for the All-Star game tomorrow.
Right?
And
It's
she
time to
know where
work.
he
This is
Yankee
right on schedule.
fan.
What you saying, Don?
I say you on it. You in it, man. You really believe in the Yankees. It's a shame.
Listen, I am as Cardi B say, I am a regular, degular, schmegular girl from the Bronx. My grandmother lived like up the block from Yankee Stadium. Like a lot of people, it's very
Oh
funny.
my
A lot
God,
of
we gotta
people,
try to hear this
no, for
story.
real. A lot of people try to play me because they feel like a lot of the teams that I like is just because they were good. Like I had to suffer during the Heat when LeBron was there, so it very much felt
Suffer.
bandwagon for everybody else. But I'm a D Wade fan. Like I'm
Yeah, I
still a
was
Heat
I was a
fan.
big D-Wade fan.
So I'm still a Heat fan. I had to fight those allegations of, only fucking with a team because they popular. Even with the Yankees, I had to do that because throughout the 2000s, they winning it every year. So I had to fight through that. I've been fighting for my sports fan life my whole life.
And let me tell y'all when I became a Red Sox fan. It was
Go for it.
2004. How old was I? I was 9 years old.
That was a terrible year.
And what the Yankees was up 3-0. You know,
3-1.
what the only time it happened? Red
Yeah.
Sox came back 4 straight on their ass. Swept the World Series too. I said, that's my squad. Because they beat them goddamn Yankees. But I want to talk about the I want to talk about the Angels though. Cause what they record a little average. I know Mike Trout got hurt a couple weeks ago. Had he getting wrist surgery. He's one of the best players in the Major League Baseball. A few MVPs, all that. They got Shohei Ohtani too. The
Ohtani.
pitcher slash hitter for real. Yeah, I got the peep cause he just like what if Steph Curry could block shots like Mutombo or Pat Mahomes could play safety like Ed Reed. We ain't seeing shit like this. Well, he was second in the league in home runs,
Yeah.
all-star pitcher, we under 3 ERA and all that. Well, how y'all feel about Otana and of course Mike Trout as well?
I feel like the Angels are wasting their talent. I really feel bad for them. It's in one of the sections that we're gonna have moving forward. I have a whole spiel. I feel really bad for them. I think they're generational talents. Like when you go and you pay for a ticket, like those are the type of talents you want to watch day in and
Right.
day out. And Mike Trout has been to the playoff one time in his entire career. Otani has not seen it. The most that he's seen was the World Baseball Classic. That was the most fun he probably had in his career. Um, like the Angels are wasting two generational talents, and it's upsetting me and my homegirls. I love them as players, but like I just feel like they're just it's a tweet that goes viral like every other week, and it's like Otani has done something no pitcher has done since the 1900s. Trout has hit the ball so far that it just like it blew up, and yet the Angels lost 12-3. Like it's always some bullshit like that, and like I really feel bad for them because like they're such great players that deserve so much more than what the Angels are giving them.
Close it out, Don.
She couldn't be any more right, but I also feel like it's just back to the same thing. You cannot buy a team. Whenever you
They
just
didn't
try to
buy
go,
Mike Trout. They drafted him,
they
and they
drafted
actually
Mike
drafted
Trout,
him
but
right before
hold on,
the
stop, hold on.
Yankees.
You got to stop because you got to remember they also had that Pujols contract, and before that they had they had that big old John Lackey contract. They keep trying to just go sign these players after they do something big, and now they can't win when they develop.
Yeah, that
When you
third
try to
baseman
take
they stuck with that they got from Washington. What's his name?
Rodon, Anthony, not is it
Yeah,
Anthony? Yeah,
yeah.
Rodon.
Rodon was the hero of that playoffs, and he got
then you give him a big old
as soon
deal.
as he went to the Angels, he can't stay on the field. He either injured or he fighting niggas.
Or he just don't play well. He just can't play like that. That's how they do it. But I wish they would. I hope they trade Ohtani, honestly. It sucks that it's also like the other struggle too is like they try so hard in LA to make the Angels matter when it's like you the Clippers, bro.
Ooh.
It is like it's the y'all the Clippers.
He ain't lied.
He didn't, but I wasn't ready.
Like, I'm not taking shots. It's just the truth. Like they will always be.
Hey, the truth be hilarious sometimes, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. We gonna get on to the next topic, man. Top 5 favorite baseball players of all time. Dom, kick it off at number 5.
Number 5. Oh shit, I don't have it in order. Damn. Okay. So I was a little confused about this, but I should have asked for clarity. So I was like, top 5 ever, because that's what you text me. And I was like, well, there's people that were great, but I never watched them. So I was like, let me just do the top 5 people who I actually see.
Yeah, I just meant like favorite players, like not necessarily like greatest. Favorite, but you could do your list too.
My top 5 players that I've actually watched and like enjoy. Like I said, I was kind of gonna tease it earlier, but like it's a tie between Trout and Ohtani because again, Ohtani is doing shit that you've never seen before, and Trout has been like batting 300. So for the people who don't know, if you go to the plate, you have an average of how many times you get a hit. When you get a hit, that counts as like 1 point. So like if you have a 300 average, that's like it's 0.300, so it's actually less than 1. But those are good. That means you were successful 3 times out of 10. This is
and in baseball, that's basically like 70% for real.
Yeah. That's it's not a high number when you think about it, but like you did really, really good. There's one player this season that's like trying to be 4 out of 10, and it's like news, like that's legit. Watching this man try to hit 400. So yeah, 300 is good, guys. But yeah.
All right, let me Don, go ahead on number 5.
I wasn't finished.
I
thought you said you did Ohtani and Mike Trout.
Yeah, but I didn't finish while I was saying it. You said because the viewers might not know it, that we need to explain it. So I was explaining.
You know I'm the segue, man. I thought I found the.
He's trying to keep his check coming. He's trying to keep his check coming.
You said, hold on, we gotta stop and explain it to the people. So when I say batting 300, niggas ain't gonna know that off rip.
You did a beautiful job, Dom.
Okay, anyway, so Trout is just really good at what he do. He's been really good for a very long time. 5'2", fast, good outfielder, playing center field this long in his career. Shout out to him. Bye. Go. Bye.
Talk your shit, Dom. Yeah.
Bye.
Oh
go.
my goodness. I'm gonna go into the bag a little bit. Yeah, my favorite.
My fault, bro. Go ahead.
One of my favorites, y'all probably won't remember, is he used to play for the Oakland A's. He played for the Baltimore Orioles. Miguel Tejada used to play shortstop.
Yeah.
He played for the Yankees.
Yeah, he had a little stint at the end, but he played short and third. But that was one of my favorite. Everybody played for the Yankees at the end of their career because y'all just, like I said, because y'all just overpay and just you're gonna get the heyday from somebody that's clearly not.
Everybody be taxing y'all.
Miguel Tejada was one of my favorite players growing up. He was one, like, just because I love the way he played the position. His swing was beautiful. I loved the way he played the game. It was great.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I remember him from the Orioles, watching him in Iraq. My number 5 gonna be Pedro Martinez. I'm kicking it off with the Red Sox. 219 and 100. He talked this shit, you know what I'm saying? 2.93 ERA. You know, he wasn't averaging 3 runs. And then on top of that, he a legend because of how he did that coach from the Yankees that ran at him, that thought shit was sweet. I don't give a fuck how old you is. If you was that old, you should have sat your ass down in a walker somewhere. Don't be charging up on my mans like that. That's number 5.
Oh my goodness. We'll go back to Dom, right?
Go ahead, dog.
This feel like a Yankee hater. I don't feel No love. My number 4 is, controversial. And actually I liked him more when before he played for the Yankees, A-Rod. So like it was a conversation. I remember when I first got into like baseball, it was like who's the better like shortstop between A-Rod, Nomar, and Jeter.
Yeah.
And like
Who?
Jeter was my guy because
Who?
Nomar off of
No, you said G. Who? G.
Jeter.
Jeter. I thought you said G. I heard the little New York come out. It was a little different. I was like, oh wait, it's Jeter. I'm not.
Rangers, fuck New York. A-Rod had a sweet swing. Like everything that's going on right now, because it's on my TV, is in Seattle. Like A-Rod in Seattle, and like even his few seasons with the Rangers, like he was shortstop A-Rod, not third baseman A-Rod. He was nice, and like he was just fun to watch. I mean, we know why he was fun to watch now, but
Shade. The
it was
shade.
Speaking
fire
on that too.
watching. I'm not gonna hold you. It was fire.
Whole team. See, we could be on here all day. You know, he was supposed to come to the Red Sox, but it was some funny business that had happened in the background, and y'all paid somebody up. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. You say what?
So they don't want to talk about that though.
Yeah, that's a long story. Number 4 gonna be Randy Johnson. I got 2 pitches back to back. Randy Johnson, the big lefty, you know what I'm saying, with 303
he was my
and 106.
I was thinking about adding him.
Yeah, he was nasty with it. 3.29 ERA, 3.29. He was throwing like 105. Shit, like 110 if he wanted to for the time. And the other classic moment, I love classic moments. When that bird came across that plate. If I back hit him with 100, you ain't never seen no shit like that in the live.
No, the best part.
Randy Johnson.
The best part is him going like, that happened. Give me another ball. I'm still playing.
I used to think the same thing. He didn't even flinch. He was like, "Where's an extra ball? I'm trying to play." That's funny.
It's like, damn, shit happened. I'm still pitching. Where's the next one?
Number 4 for me. I always go back to one of my favorite players growing up, Jose Reyes from the New York when he played with the Mets. Leading the league, he had like 8 years, over 30 stolen bases. So a stolen base, when you get a hit, you get to go to first. And you have to try, and then you can try to steal second, you can try to steal third, even steal home if you're good enough. And if you can steal over 30 bases, it's good. So and he did that eight times out of his 16 years in the league. He was just one of the most electric players. He was just so fast, explosive. I was one of my favorites growing up when he had those good years with the Mets, winning the batting title and just wreaking havoc on the bases. That was one of my guys back in the day.
So he was tough. Can't hear you, Dom. You muted.
We can't hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. I said, he was good. Coaching kind of ruined his career.
The injuries too.
The injuries, and then after the injuries, it was definitely him trying to fight back through that. He had his little steroid stuff as well. But no, he was good. I give you that. You dropping some names, like some you got to really think about. Eddie love you a second baseman. Okay.
Oh, that's why I played. That was my position, shortstop, second. That's why I did. So I always looked up to those dudes that I wanted to play like that. Like I wanted to have that energy, have that fire.
Turn that double play on him real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of teased this already. I hated him, but like the hate was it was deserved. Definitely Pedro. Like whenever we played the Red Sox, I'm looking to see who pitching. Did he pitch at the last series so we ain't got to see him? Like that's the type of player you want to be where other teams are looking to be like, all right, we skipping that nigga, right? Great, cool. I felt good about series going in when I know he pitched the day before. Very much respect to him, even like doing it late in his career, what he did in 08 and 09, even though he lost us in 09. I'm a hater. Like, come on. I'm a hater. You know
I
this.
came prepared. You
know
see,
this.
I came ready.
You know this. I'm a hater. But just like the type of pitcher you want on your team and the type of pitcher you want to hate, like, again, you looking to see that he already pitched in the last series and you missing him. Just nasty. And like, you know what's crazy? He's honestly, I love that he's on TV because he has a great personality.
Yeah.
He's missing so much money not being a pitching coach. Every time he talked to one of the Dominican players, especially a Dominican-born pitcher, and he gives them like a little bit of like that battery in their back, boy, they come back. He spoke and he trained this offseason with Domingo Germán. The best season that Severino off the Yankees had was his season where he trained with him in the offseason. It's so many Dominican players. They go and they learn from Pedro, and they come back, and like the next year is like the best year you ever seen from them. He's missing out on a lot of money not doing that.
You broke that down beautiful right there, because I definitely wanted to bring up the fact that he was talking on he break down baseball and he real entertaining at what he do, but you could tell the energy could just transfer to anything.
Different.
So Don, go ahead with your 3.
Oh man, this one I'm gonna have to call an audible because she reminded me of one of my favorite people, David Ortiz.
Yeah,
it was the way. Again, me being a baseball person, like just being able to see how clutch he was, like hit all those, was it back-to-back nights, hitting the walk-off homer to win it in the postseason, or was it 04 postseason?
Can't beat it.
Like it's just it was the way he was so clutch, and then the last thing was the presence. Like you always knew his presence, period. And I used to try to emulate that. I loved it. Ended up with over 500 home runs as a professional hitter. To the same point of what you said, Dom. Like when he talks about hitting, you can see it. Like it comes out, and it helped everybody all the time. So I love David Ortiz. Definitely, I'm gonna go number 3, David Ortiz.
Yeah. It's another entertaining motherfucker right there. Number 3 for me gonna be Albert Pujols, who I feel like is one of the most least entertaining people in baseball. I feel like I never seen him really like celebrate or like have a facial expression and nothing. But my man was number 4 with home runs all time, 703, hit for average 2, got him a chip. That's my number 3.
He got like 2-3 chips.
Do we?
Yeah.
My fault.
The Cardinals was cleaning up like in the Yankees had like the early 2000s. The Cardinals had like the late.
I want to say he got 3 chips, to be honest.
I think he do.
Damn.
I think it's 3 chips and like 2 MVPs.
Yeah, I think it's 3 chips. 3 of things.
I know he got more than 1 though. Like
it was like either the Cardinals or the damn Giants was winning the freaking World Series like every other year.
I remember that, man.
Yeah.
Did he get one with the Angels? Nah, he didn't get one with the Angels.
I just told you the Angels ain't never been in the
postseason. True. I don't listen.
Words.
Number 2.
This is controversial to everybody else, but I didn't see him play in like his prime, but I always loved Ken Griffey Jr. First of all, fine. I know this is not the show for that, but fine.
I got the clapping, and she gonna say some shit like that.
Yeah.
I said I know it's not the environment, but woo, okay. Just like what he's done for baseball, especially for kids of color, like he made it cool, he made it fun, and like he just that guy. And like I said, when I was watching baseball, like first starting, it was after all of his injuries. He was, doing what he can coming off the bench for the Reds, playing first base out there, not even outfield anymore. So like when I heard people talking about him at that time, I was like, but he's not that good. But then when you actually go and you do the history and like I said, what he means to the game, absolutely love him.
Yeah, that's a legend right there.
Man, I got a tie. I got a tie for 1 and 2. So I got a tie. So I don't know. I want to give both of them at the same time. Is that cool, or can do I have to give one right now?
Do your thing.
All right, I'm gonna give my number 1 and 2 because I always go back and forth. 1A and 1B. First name's Barry Bonds. I don't care what everybody always wants to talk about some steroids, talk about whatever. This man's never tested positive. He has never tested positive. That
Let's
is a
talk
fact.
about them
That is a
facts.
fact. They want to discredit this man. He has never tested positive. My other favorite thing I always like to tell him, y'all do realize he won MVP before he actually got to San Francisco.
No, he was a great player before he got to San Francisco. He
Talk that
just
shit.
it was basically what the times were. Like you said, he never tested for it. But even like if you listen to the rumors, you got freaking Sammy Sosa didn't have a damn neck.
No.
Mark McGwire was red his entire career because he was roided up. Okay.
With them super twig legs and the super huge biceps and
For
whatever. And
sure.
you look at Barry Bonds and people always like, look at how big he got. I'm like, y'all do realize when he broke, he was already like 6'4", 210, and he was 21. So I'm
And he was
sorry he
hitting
got
30
little.
home runs a
Yeah,
year.
like he was already hitting 30 bombs multiple years in a row, like multiple years before he got to San Francisco. And then they're like, well, what happened to San? I'm like, okay, he got to about 27, 30. You start to get your man muscles. And let's also not remember too, that's baseball pedigree.
Look at Dom smiling.
I can't, because now people be disrespectful to this man. Like they act like it's crazy. He averaged over 280 for a career, 30 home runs, what is he got over 350 stolen bases with multiple gold gloves. So it's like any way you want this work, he giving you that work. So like I don't understand the slander. I hate the slander. It's just I think they just want to hold him back. They don't want to give him his credit. That's
black.
I will die about that one. I will always stand on that one. That is he is the home run king.
Sure. Did you give your 2? Did you
No,
want to give both of them at the same time?
I'm gonna hold on to. I just don't
Okay. So my number 2 is a split. I got David Ortiz, but I couldn't leave Manny Ramirez off the list, y'all.
Wow.
They a combo, they a duo, y'all. You got to have Manny Ramirez out there coming out the little scoreboards, you know what I'm saying? Catching a little fly ball, climbing the wall, high-fiving the fans before he throw the jump back in there. Then you already know David Ortiz. Talked about him. Come out there cool with the chain, you know what I'm saying? Yep. He don't gotta say nothing. He just clutch with it. Lefty, smooth. You could do any type of shift you could put the whole team on the right side of the field. Don't nobody care.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's 2.
Go for it.
Number 1, Dom. You muted. Nah. Drop out and come back in.
How about now?
Yes.
All right, you good.
Okay.
You was hitting the wrong button.
The best closer known, the first and only unanimous pick to the Hall of Fame, okay? Like he came in a game and everybody just knew to go home, pack it up. Mariano Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all I have to say about that.
He speak for himself. The close it out.
That's a fact.
Nah, I can't even. All respect. When I prayed he didn't come in the game. Like, can we get this out? We need the lead in the 8th. We need it. Mm-hmm. But go ahead though, Don.
Because he coming for your baseball bats. Make sure you got 3 extra ones on the field because he's splitting every last one of them. You know, everybody knew what pitch it was. You knew what was coming, and you ain't do shit about it.
That damn pitch.
Knew it was coming and can't do shit about it.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
Man, my all-time favorite personally as growing up, my favorite was Hank Aaron. Another player they love to discredit. They love to act like I don't know why people put they. It's one of those names that you never. If people don't bring it up, but then when they bring it up, everybody want to start paying attention. And it's like no. Like you should have started the conversation with him. Like it should have started with him. 715. But people also forget over 2,000 RBIs, over 3,000 hits, played for over 22 years. He got like 24 All-Star selections from back when they had multiple All-Star games cut for the separate leagues.
And also when like everybody who voted was white as hell, but they wanted to see him.
I was also about to say that too. People also forget like he was playing like right after, like not too many, that wasn't right after, but wasn't too long ago when the color barrier was broken. So like let's not forget, let's not act like he didn't go through all that. And then people still forget that he was another good defender, stolen bases. Like any way you wanted that work, he was giving you that work. Like what they love my favorite is like they always love to hear Babe Ruth. And I'm like, no disrespect. Like he not touching Hank Aaron. He ain't close. Like Hank Aaron beat him in every category except pitch and hitting category that he's known for. He beats him in every category and some of them twice. So it's not even close. So I don't understand why we talk. Like, where's the conversation there? Like, I never understood that.
All facts.
There's facts. That's what I'm saying. These all facts.
That's what it is. And the only thing they can hold against him is that man's skin, man.
Hey, that's it.
And we already know he was legend beyond legends for real, because half of us probably most of us couldn't have dealt with that shit he was dealing with and still kept our job. You know what I'm saying? In real life, he kept our cool and all that. So salute to Jackie Robinson, RIP to him. Number one, though, I talked about him, Barry Bonds, man. Barry Bonds, he was the reason why I started watching baseball for real. I was a Giants fan at first. Then when they fell off, I jumped on the Red Sox. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But I was really a Barry Bonds fan. I wasn't really a Giants fan.
But you know what's funny? When you jump off them, they started winning again.
Yeah, I was like, you should have stayed.
Yeah, that's a fact. What y'all trying to tell me is I only pick good teams. I know. Thank you. I appreciate that 100%. But Barry Bonds, man, that was one of the first people. I know a lot of people got this, but he was the first person I seen get walked. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he got walked with the bases loaded.
Correct.
So they basically gave him a run instead of letting him swing.
Listen, bases loaded. His team was down 2. They allowed they allowed it to be a 1-run game, but they said that motherfucker, it's not him that's beating me.
Not him.
You could put anybody else but him. He's not doing it. That's like the greatest respect you can give.
You know what's funny? That the coach who made that decision, he's still a coach now. He coaches the Mets. And he said, I'll do it again today. What the fuck y'all talking about? He said, I'll do it 10 times over. I want the next guy to beat me. We're not going to have this dude. Listen, nobody was going in the water in San Francisco until he was.
Different.
Nobody was doing that. Like, he was on my list. I was considering it. And like, I didn't really want too many white people on my list, but Roger Clemens, like we know what it is with him too. He was on my list of saying it, but he was another one of those pitchers you look to see when he pitched. Oh, he was a dickhead. He was a fucking him and Kirk Schilling. Oh my god.
Kirk Schilling now with that ketchup ass sock. Don't come to me with that ketchup ass sock, man.
Like this. I will give him this. There's no reason he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but the fact that people don't have you in the Hall of Fame just because they don't fuck with you, that says a lot about your character.
That's true.
That says a lot about your character because it's not your
numbers. So was he like the baseball version of T.O.?
Yeah, but even on his last year, he didn't make it in. Like, they legit said, fuck him. Like, T.O., they left it to his last year. You couldn't deny that. But him, they said, absolutely, we don't fuck with you.
Roger, maybe we got a chance to get in.
No, Roger done.
There's a senior council, like you get voted in by like a committee, and he could get in that way. But like
hot
it's
take.
actually it's sad.
Hot
Him and
take.
Barry Bonds
They're
were
not
actually
getting in
supposed
until they
to.
pass away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like when they pass away, they'll be then they want and then everybody want to come out and talk about some. Yeah, he was a great player. It's like nah, dog. You ain't want to, especially Barry, because I'm like Barry. I hate when they put Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens in the same. I know what you mean, Dom. So no disrespect, but like I know what
No,
they be trying to say.
I don't think
But it
they're
ain't the
like
same
talent
conversation.
wise. And like you
Oh,
said, Barry Bonds actually never got caught. So like it's a totally different thing. But
right.
I can say from like when I was growing up and like who I feared, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Roger
That's
Clemens, if he was no thank you. I wanted no parts.
That's because he was juiced up.
Yeah, we know. Listen,
you know that
he
now.
know the reason for the season, okay? Like
For sure. So we gonna get on to the
but it was a
last
lot of
topic
people
real
that was
quick.
juicing and they weren't getting the results that he was. You could say that
That's a
about a
fact,
lot of the
sis.
people at that time. Like, it's so many people that were on steroids and like it did absolutely fucking nothing for your
For their
game.
game.
It did not improve shit. You had to have some type of baseline. Like Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, they had a baseline, but then they also had those seasons where you like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so it's not even just like the liquid or just you have to have some type of standard when it comes to what you outputting. So
couldn't explain it any better. All they do is help you hit the ball further. You still gotta make contact.
you
But
still gotta have the type of talent. So
right.
it's just that shit is, but yeah.
Gonna get on to this last topic. Last topic of the day. Who y'all feel like gonna win the chip? Who the favorites? Who y'all got getting to the World Series and all that? What y'all thinking?
No bias, Dom.
Oh, I'm not biased. My team gotta make it. We gotta actually have a freaking wild card. So
oh man.
I may as well get in last.
I like Texas. Like what Nathan Eovaldi is doing so far this season. You got Garcia, who's in the home run derby right now. The way he's hitting the ball, they're rookies that they have on the Rangers. The coach for the Rangers, it's his first year coaching the Rangers, but it's the dude that won all of the championships with the Giants. So he already has that pedigree. He knows what he's doing. Players are listening. They know what to expect out of him. The season that you having up the middle from Seager and Simeon, I think the Rangers are going to be the AL team. I really do. I think they're just when you have good leadership and like they actually spent money this offseason. They got Jason DeGrom, but Jacob DeGrom, excuse me, but that man is made out of paper mache. He's having his second Tommy John, I think.
I don't know his second. I know he hasn't won.
Elbow surgery.
No, that's why he out for the season. He's done for the season.
Yeah.
Elbow
I'm not
surgery.
sure if this is his second though. I can't remember if this is his second time doing it or his first time.
But like
either way, you're right.
We didn't talk about the Mets. Like y'all didn't allow me to fully go into hater mode. But like the Mets.
When did I not allow you to go into hater mode?
Because we switched topics before I could really hate even further on the Mets. But like they've ruined so many careers based off like how they mismanage their players coaching wise. You talked about Jose Reyes being one of your favorite players. He was mismanaged coaching wise, which led to his injury. The dude that they kept saying was Derek Jeter Light, David Wright, another one that they messed up injury wise.
That neck.
What's that pitcher? The one that used to call himself Batman.
Santana, Batman.
Matt Harvey.
Yes.
Harvey, he should not have pitched in that playoff. Even though they made it to the World Series, you having that man pitching those playoffs ruined his career. You ruined his long it's the way that the Mets organization run their shit is so selfish to their players because like, what are you gonna do for us now? And you're not allowing them to continue the rest of the season. That's what happened to Jacob DeGrom. He got a bum ass shoulder, bum ass elbow, all because he was the only pitcher on the Mets. So they were like, we need you to go 8. Who else is going to do it? And now that he's in the part of his career where he can make money, he can't do shit because he always injured every other day.
Damn.
But back to what I was saying about the Rangers, they did spend the money this offseason to try to have that team. They had a really good one too when you were looking at the season with the pitching, but Jacob DeGrom just couldn't last. But I do think they're going to make it. I think they're going to make it to the World Series. I think they're going against the Braves. Um, Ronald Acuna Jr., he is on a
Yeah,
mission.
that's my man.
His team won what? They won 2 years ago? The
Mm-hmm.
Braves?
Mm-hmm.
They won 2 years ago, and like even though the regular season was on his back, he got injured midway, and like the step up players came in and they won it. And I feel like he felt very disrespected of how his team, like, he don't hate them for it, but he feel like a lot of people are talking like they did it without you. He putting up numbers in half a season that niggas are wishing for their full season. He
That's a
got what,
fact.
30, and he's very close to 30 and 30 at the midway point.
Yeah,
He
he
already
like
got 30
he
stolen
like 20
bases. He got
something.
like,
Yeah, he like 23 homers and like
yeah,
40 something stolen bases.
the
It's crazy.
average. He's starting off
Yeah,
games
second in the
and
league
like
in average.
he's definitely getting MVP. I could call that right now. He's
Mm.
definitely getting MVP for the National League.
Acuna.
And I just think that he feels slighted that his team, like, he happy for them, like, cool for y'all, but he want a ring for his own self. So I think they're gonna win it. I think everybody else on the team is good. They already had they already know what to do. They already been there. Like I said, they were there 2 years ago. I feel like the rest of the team are ready, but he's ready because he want people to put some respect on his name.
You want some people to put some respect on your name. You need to work for a baseball network or something, Dom. Fucking them up. Go ahead though, Dom.
Man, I'm gonna go a little different. I love the Braves, but I don't think the Braves gonna pull it off because I don't think they're gonna stand it. They can withstand it. I just think
You said you
everybody.
got the Rays?
The Braves. The Braves. I don't think the Braves
Oh,
can
okay,
withstand it.
okay.
Oh, I am going with the Rays though. I think the American League will be represented by the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, okay.
Also, think the National League will then be represented by the Dodgers. And I ultimately think, unfortunately, I think the Dodgers lose, and it's going to be and Tampa Bay wins it. I really look at how I think they learned their lessons where they realized
Damn.
they can't analyze their way to a World Series, but I think they can
Tampa
analyze
Bay,
their way to a playoffs. And if you really look at it, 2 years ago, they're one decision away from going all the way and winning it. If you don't take Blake Snell out and you just let your All-Star be your All-Star,
Yeah.
I think they've learned that lesson, and that's why I've seen them earlier, like where you started to see them spend a little bit more money. They still bargain shopping it, but they ain't looking for 50% off. They going for that 30 if they getting the right product. I think that's going to lead to a winning organization, and I think they got enough. I also think their September call-ups are going to be great. Their September call-ups, people like quote me on that. Their September call-ups, once they get to extend those rosters, they're gonna call up some people that we don't know, we never heard of, we don't think that and we're gonna be like, who is this dude? Where he come from? Be like, oh, he a rookie, he just got up here. Why he? And you look up, he balling. Or they get their nice little trade deadline, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen again this year. I feel like the Dodgers going to unfortunately overpower the Braves because I think everybody in the Braves gonna settle down. Sean Murphy, great season. I don't
Okay,
think
okay.
he's not him. Like he's not. Like
Okay.
it's baseball. You will settle back to the mean, and I think he's gonna go back down to earth. Acuna, he'll probably win MVP, do his thing, but I don't think they'll have enough to go to full way through the Dodgers because of just how deep that roster is. And then and that's why I think if the Rays pull it off against the Dodgers, so I think I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Sheesh. Damn, okay. Alright, so Don, I like them right there. You threw me off. I ain't because I told you how I felt about the Rays. So you just came they going to okay, I hear you, bruh. I hear you. I ain't gonna disrespect that. But Dom, I agree with you 100%. For real, because I'm breaking it down. The Braves, right? They got one of the best offenses in the league. They lead in NL and MLB in most of the offensive categories. Like you said, Acuna Jr. is a beast in that infield. Play that defense. He stolen bases. He the energy for real, for real. You need energizer bunnies on your team. Like especially in baseball, 162 game, long season, keep the shit funny, keep the shit interesting around
Mm-hmm.
everybody. And they went on like a 16 out of 17 game win streak not too long ago. And I
Yep.
feel like they gonna continue that baseball is a different kind of playoffs because I feel like the better team always wins, but it really is who the better team for them 5 to 7 games, right?
Yep.
No,
Because
it's
if
definitely
your pitching get hot, if your hitting get hot, or vice versa, it get cold, it could go either way. So even though the Braves, some people might not believe in the Braves record, I still got them making it through. And on the other side, I don't trust the Rangers. I ended up picking them, but I don't trust them because I was ready to go there. I was ready to go there. And then they came to DC for the weekend for a 3-game series.
yeah,
And they just
Oh
lost
Lord.
2
Oh
out of
Lord.
3. I was at the game on Saturday. They
yeah,
lost 2 out of 3 in DC to the Nationals, who trying to lose.
yeah.
So
Yeah, they
I
they
don't
they
know. I'm
they
gonna just
have
rock, but the Rays is in the mix. I'll let y'all debate that out.
they have their moments. They definitely have like highs and lows throughout the season. But I just feel like when you have experience with coaching, like a lot of people don't like to think coaching, especially in baseball, is something. I think it is because just like how you said the Rays, they if they would have kept their all-star pitcher in, Kevin Cash, the coach for the Rays, every time it's the playoffs, he's always making some decision that you're scratching your head about. And I feel like he's gonna do that this year. That's why I don't trust him. He's a great
Mm.
coach when it comes to the regular season. Didn't he win coach of the year like 2 years so far since he's been there? I just don't
Yeah.
think he makes the right decisions when it comes to the postseason, which I would never trust the Rays for it.
That's fair.
Until he proved me right, I'm just not gonna go with him. I trust coaching that's been there before, that's won it before, and that's why I think the Rangers are gonna have it together. And also, I've seen what Nathan Eovaldi can do in the fucking postseason.
Hold
I
up. The Rangers won a chip, or the Rangers coach won a chip?
The Rangers coach. I
Okay.
just told you he the coach from
Yeah.
San
For San
Francisco.
Francisco.
Okay. I got you.
So the San Francisco that won like it was like every other year. If it was an odd year, them niggas won. It was weird.
Michelle, 3
It was
back to
like
back with Bumgarner and all
it
them.
was like 11,
Yeah.
13, and 15, I think.
Like when they
Don't
had
quote me.
Posey behind the plate. They
Yeah.
had
They had that
Oh,
weird
that's cause
crazy
that ain't that
dude.
cause that broke his leg crazy.
yeah,
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 Yeah. Nah, he was a beast.
yeah.
He was a beast.
man. It was
But
I feel like coaching wise, they gonna make it, and that's gonna be the difference for them in the postseason. I still think the Braves are gonna do it, but I do think that his mindset and just like him and very funny. Him and Buck Showalter, who's the manager for the Mets, they are known to keep their players in the games, like their starting pitcher in the games longer than any other manager. And it's working out for the Rangers. It is not working out for the Mets. But they're also the two oldest coaches in
I was about to say you also just picked that Buck Showalter. Like, come on now.
oh, I was doing that to clown on the Mets more.
I know
Relax.
he a Buck.
I
Like
knew
I
you
hate.
was.
I
Okay,
don't like Buck
y'all
Showalter.
don't understand how deep my hate go. Okay, I'm a hater. I'm a
Oh my
professional
god.
Why
hater.
you got the hate? They ain't even won shit. You ain't got the hate on them.
I'm a
Yeah.
professional hater. I wake up and I think about, how can I piss somebody off today? All right. Um,
Yeah, all the people from Queens gonna be coming at you ASAP.
yeah, if they could find their way past 17th Street,
Oh
17th
my God!
Ave,
See, look,
17th Boulevard,
look.
17th Road.
Disrespectful as hell.
That's
But
different.
I appreciate y'all sliding through for the first baseball EP. Went great. Definitely gonna have y'all back for the second if y'all got time. Hopefully y'all do.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Low. Peace.